Okay, guys, I already know what you're about to say. And here's why. So, the reason why I couldn't do a full part 1 is because the number 1 worst SpongeBob episode took me forever to explain that episode. It really took that long. Seriously, wow. I don't want to talk about number 1. Number 1's gonna be short. I'm not gonna talk about number 1 again because I was actually very angry. Okay, let's go to number 3. Warning, and I'm really warning you that these three lists. I mean three whatever you call, is one of the worst episodes. It will really get you angry. And some of these scenes are actually awful to see. Okay, let's go to number 3. Oh God, not this one. Okay, so the kind of problem is about the episode is not really SpongeBob. It's Mr. Crab. You know why? Crab does really mean things to SpongeBob. And, well, he does really mean Plankton does, but Mr. Krabs is one of the worst characters of all time. Does rudest things that you wouldn't really expect to do on SpongeBob, Patrick, Plankton, or even Squidward. But this episode is like, I call this episode a bad one. Like a very bad one. But the only reason this is not a number 1 is because this actually reminds me of old SpongeBob. It really does. Even though I said in number 5 to number 1, I won't explain why I don't really like these episodes. But I have to explain. This kind of reminds me of old SpongeBob. You know why? So in the old SpongeBob, I really love these episodes. And actually, there's some episode that I call one of the best episodes of all time. I'm not gonna put the worst pre-movie SpongeBob episode. You know why? Cause all of them are great. Seriously. Well, a few of them are bad, like I'm with Stupid and Suds, but I only find 2 bad episodes. The rest of them is actually good. Like that thing is disappearing. But modern SpongeBob, modern. Oh my God, modern is pretty good. But there's a few episodes that nobody want to even see. But SpongeBob, You're Fired is worse than all of these episodes. Well, no, because we haven't went to number 1 yet. But this is one of the worst modern SpongeBob episodes I've ever seen. But number 1 is it's kind of, never mind. This is actually the worst SpongeBob, You're Fired episode. Like, there's a few moments SpongeBob gets fired, but this is worse than all of them. I don't know why. It's just like, I don't want to explain about SpongeBob You're Fired. Let's just go to number 2. Gosh, number 2? You don't want to even know what's number 2. Number 1? Please skip it. Just please skip that part. You already know what's number 1. But number 2 is almost the worst episode of SpongeBob I ever seen. Hey, let's go to number 2. Whoa. Okay, number 2. Okay, so I'm not really angry with this episode, but I can see the reason this episode is awful. Like, really is awful. But I only put this at number 2 because it actually shows, it has actually a game of it. And Sandy's and Plankton music was actually fine. Like, they're not that bad. Like, seriously, they're not really that bad. But the rest of the episode makes me want to die. Really does. Anyways, number 1. No. So we saw what an actual SpongeBob SquarePants episode, like those worst kind of episodes. There's a few episodes that are really dark, but this episode is dark, but mostly questionable. Why does it does that? Like, seriously, why? This episode is worse than all of the darkness. Some episodes are really creepy, but this episode is creepy, but worse than all of those creepy things. This episode, you don't want to even see what it's called. Everyone said to this in their heads. Oh my gosh, I wish that never existed. And I said that too. But I wish this episode never existed. But it did. And you know what it was called? Actually, we also check out what we actually, no, we did not did this, but Are You Happy Now was going to be in my list, but I actually kind of like the episode. Says how SpongeBob is actually trying to protect Squidward to stay alive. And that's the actual reason why I like this episode. This was also about to be my 11th top 10 worst spot. Okay, if this was called top 11 worst SpongeBob episode of all time, this should have gone on number 11. But oh gosh, this episode is worse than Are You Happy Now? You don't skip this part. Skip to the end, please. You know what's it called? Yes, it actually exists. Yes, you don't want to even see it. Yes, it's that episode. It is. Okay, this will cause some spoilers, but who even cares? No one liked this episode, so I'm spoiling it. So Plankton is actually afraid of dolphins. You know why? Those dolphins actually kill his parents. And actually, the writers think that was actually funny, but it's actually not. It's actually very sad. They don't know what death is. Death, is pretty sad and pretty shocking. I actually don't know why I paused the video, but okay, this episode is actually... Okay, so this episode actually shows... Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, but this episode after... Okay, Pearl actually tried to destroy Plankton. Seriously? This is one of the worst kinds of episode I ever seen. Seriously. But after 2 weeks, that's 16 days later, because they show actually that on the title thing, so after that, yeah, you actually seen Plankton is staying right on the floor to kill himself, aka to commit suicide. That what the writer said. He's gonna kill himself. Just standing right over here to a bus ran over him. You know why, then? Because Pearl has chased Plankton for so many times. But for all along, we realized actually Mr. Crab was parrot the whole time. I actually hate Mr. Crab. And Patrick too. But come on, Mr. Krabs, you don't have to do this. Like I know it's your enemy, but seriously, I really hate this episode. It's so bad. I just don't want to even talk about it. It's so bad. Just why? Is that list over? Is it finally is? Oh my god. Number one. You already know what's number one. You already know what's terrible about the episode. I actually didn't tell the ending because I couldn't take it anymore with that dumb episode. It's so bad that I actually didn't finish what happened in the ending. But you can check it for yourself. Actually, don't. It's the worst episode of all time. If you want to see the ending, well, go check it for yourself. But good luck. The episode's so bad. That actually 0 people should see that episode. There's actually some few episodes. There's some people who still watch that episode. Like, what? But SpongeBob SquarePants is actually my favorite show. And I had these bad episodes. You know who they are? These are season 6, 7, 8 episodes. And some of them were modern episodes and some of them were pre-movie episodes. Well, one of them. But this, well, course meal, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's so forgotten. No one's gonna remember it. Guys, don't even see number 1 again if you saw number 1. Anyways, bye guys. Gosh, that was some tough time there. But I hope you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. And actually, I think I lost a few subscribers for making this list. But I'm just actually asking for likes. So yeah, bye.